because it it kept freezing the last
Hey
time.
everyone, we are live. How's everyone? I'm Caroline. Welcome to my interview with Lori A. Mans. And we're not today. We're gonna find out how Lori got into spons, how it works with her business. And if you have it. Now remember, we're using BeLive and BeLive some for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. And if you comment, I cannot see who you are in the group, but I have my iPad, which I just over on the side, and I will hopefully be able to recognize everyone. So I'm glad that you join us. Take some time. Busy, put new stream of, and it's really not that hard. So without any further ado, Lori, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, and I'll be asking you some questions afterwards, but go ahead and tell everyone who you are. I'm going to go on the big screen. There you go.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Lori A. Mans. I am a trailblazing business strategist, and I am president of Quality Media Consulting Group, LLC, where we help entrepreneurs and small business owners to get more dream clients, gain brand visibility, and create more revenue in their business in record time. And so I am so happy to be here today in the Unmarket Your Business group. So thank you guys for tuning in if you're there. And of course, if you want to ask any questions, please feel free to do so in the comments. I will go back through them and answer any questions that you have. And you can also connect with me at qualitymediaconsultants.com.
All right, cool. Thanks so much, Lori, for taking this time out of your day, because I know you're busy. I can hardly get on. But I know we're all busy running our business. So let's jump into this and get going. I'm looking, and we are looking good. So hey, everyone that is dropping in. Hey, Melinda. Melinda Musser. She's so awesome. Okay, so Lori, you started Quality Media Group in 2009. Whoa, that's a while ago. And you stated that you were, congratulations on keeping your business going, because a lot of them don't even make it this long. But you stated that you were quickly for your business.
Carol, you just froze on my screen.
You lose me?
Yeah, you just froze on my screen. So I'm thinking that you're asking me, how did I get started?
Can you hear me now? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got downsized in 2009 from corporate America, where I spent 19 years in a commission sales job. It was sales and marketing at a local radio station here in Atlanta. And I had spent, like I said, 19 years of my career doing sales and marketing for media, and got downsized in 2009 and decided at that moment and at that point in time that I did not want to work for corporate America anymore. And so I decided to open up my own consultancy business and did that. And at first I had a lot of corporate clients and a lot of small business clients that were, like mega small business, if you will, the larger clients that do like, $5 and $10 million in revenue a year. And so I did not focus on the solopreneur or the micro business owner or self-employed professionals at all when I first got started. And I kind of, ended up getting into that because I started doing social media. And so when I started doing social media, I started to connect with and see more solo entrepreneurs and micro business owners who would ask me questions and wanted to know how I was doing certain things and wanted me to give them advice and tips. And then that's when all of the consulting started for my business to the point where it is now. And so I still work with corporations and medium-sized businesses and small businesses, but I incorporated a component of my business working with the solo entrepreneur, the micro business owner who is like me and you, using our gifts and talents and skills to earn money and create the life that we love and serve the people that we're called to serve. And so one of the things that I do is teach entrepreneurs how to work with corporate partners, because when I started doing that, that's when I began to get revenue into my business that really made a difference and really made an impact. And I really wanted to show and share how I was doing it with other people so they could have the same success.
Awesome, Lori. Thank you so much for that. And congratulations on making those choices, because I think a lot of us don't think about that. We don't think about how to work with a corporate entity or so this next question is, what is sponsorship? Before you answer, can you say it for me? I always say it wrong. Sales and sponsorship secrets, the wrong one. But I took this seminar that she did last year. Just a couple of weeks after that, I got my first sponsorship for the podcast. So I have to thank Lori for that. Lori, can you hear me?
Yeah, and on my end, you are still going out. Let me see. I'm just going to take out the earphones. Now I can see you. And I'm just wondering why it's freezing, but I'm hoping that it's not that way for the viewers. But
it's internet activity and the hurricane aftermath. That's what it is.
yeah. I'm thinking that that's got something to do with it as well. But I'm so proud of you, Carol, because of, you took the information that you learned at the Sponsorship Sales Secrets Conference last year. You went out, you took action, and it was awesome. And I was so proud of you, because that's what a lot of people don't do. They go collect information. They go from event to event to event, and they just get all attracted to the shiny object syndrome. What's the latest thing? What's the latest event? What's the latest coach doing, or whatever the case may be? And they go collect information and they put it on a shelf somewhere and they don't do anything with it. And so I'm so excited that you got sponsors for your podcast, and now you are on your way. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? Look, just really reaching out and asking, first of all, would they like to be a sponsor? And then they send me some information. Now, that part kind of trips people up, like, what kind of information you want? And I learned from you information that I send people that I'm concerned with. They didn't care about some things, but other things they really did care about. Why don't you tell us, what's the best way for entrepreneurs to get sponsors for their business, sponsorships for their business?
Well, I would say the best way is to start with building your audience, right? So if you're an entrepreneur and you have a service-based business or a product-based business, either one, you want to build your audience, and not just build your audience with social media, but you want to build your email list. You want to build the capacity to be able to reach out to people when you deem necessary and when you have something to share, whether it be educational, informational, or a special offer or some type of call to action. And if you build your audience to the point where you have given them enough valuable information that they consider worthwhile, then when you put out an offer, whether it be an offer with a sponsor or whether it be an offer that you decide that you want to make, the chances are that you will get some response, right? So the way you go about getting sponsors is different for everybody, but I do teach a system to entrepreneurs to let them know how to do it. But if I were to give a tip, I would say start by building your audience. And your audience is going to do two things for you. It's going to give you influence and it's going to give you momentum. And so that influence that you have with your audience is going to be able to help you position yourself with a sponsor. And then that momentum comes from people tuning in to you, whether it's through a podcast, whether it's through social media like this, or whether it's through your email list or some type of radio interview that you've done, or whatever the case may be. When you build your audience, people follow you, and you may not think that they're watching, but they're watching.
Right.
And so,
yep.
And even like this today, we may not have a lot of people on this live right now, but if you leave it up, I promise you other people will, watch it. And what that does is it builds up your audience factor and your influence quotient. And that's something that is really important to sponsors. The other thing I would say is you have to build up your credibility. And the way you build up your credibility is through getting people to say things about you. And so here's the thing. Do you have any joint venture partnerships? Have you collaborated with anyone on anything, right? And if you have, then those collaborative partners should be able to give glowing remarks about what it's like to do business with you. And when you build up your credibility, then somewhere, somehow, somebody's going to take notice. And if it's they want to give you an award, or they want to write up about you in a magazine or a local paper or whatever, whenever you are doing good work, someone is going to notice. And so what you want to do is build up your credibility factor. And when you do work that other people take note of, that is going to help you with sponsors, because then they're going to see that, you know what, this is somebody who we want to partner with because they're making moves in their own community and in their own industry and in their own niche. So that credibility is going to speed up your respect as far as a sponsor is concerned. Because remember, you're unknown. You don't have a household name like Oprah. Nobody knows who Lori Mans is. Nobody knows who Carol Dunlop is. And so out of our personal networks, we're not a household name. So what you want to do is build up your respect and your reputation so people can then understand, okay, you do have a following. You do have some people in the marketplace that think you're all that in a bag of chips, and that definitely helps. And I would say the next thing is social proof. If you're great at what you do, then you should have some testimonials and some reviews. And, when you Google somebody's name, you'd be surprised when you go on these sites and you Google a business, you're looking for reviews. What do people say about that business? And if you have a lot of positive reviews, then that's always a great thing. And that is definitely going to speak to the results that you help your target market to achieve. And it's going to speak to your ability to deliver satisfied customers. And so when you have the ability to deliver satisfied customers, that's going to speak volumes for a sponsor as well.
I'm glad you said that about, I guess, watching what you do online, even though you think people aren't watching. Because I got the other day from someone I hadn't heard from, I'd say, in probably 3 years. And she said, Carol, I'll come and be a part of this panel at a local school, a local community. And you are there, and I see how you're putting things out. Talk to this person like 3 or 4 years. But she's been looking at what I'm doing. She hasn't liked any posts or anything that I remember myself, but it was just really flattering to know that she would say that, invite me to be a part of some community thing that I could help other young people on social media and using it in their business. So you're right. Even if you think people aren't watching, they really are. They're alive bodies, just live. There will be more people who are going to watch the replay. Thanks for watching the replay, you guys. I love it. And getting information from it. And of course, I don't know if you guys know or not, but this here forever is going to live here so that you can come anytime. Information. Great tips about how to be influential, how to put our stuff out there. But what if we're just starting out? What if you're a new business? You're just getting your, who's going to sponsor you? How do you connect with us in that way if you're, a budding entrepreneur just getting your business going? Tell us some tips on getting that.
Okay, well, if you are a budding entrepreneur, you're just starting out, I would say you need to build your network and you need to follow everybody who you want to do business with. You need to follow them on social media. And so you want to follow them on LinkedIn. You want to follow them on Twitter. You want to follow them on every social media network. Okay. And if you're just starting out, you have to build your network of connections and contacts. And one thing for sure is sales is about relationships, and getting sponsors is also about making connections and relationships. Okay, because I've gotten sponsors from people I did not know. I've gotten sponsorship dollars from people I did not know. I made cold calls and then from there built the relationship. Okay. But before I made the cold call, I had to make the connection. I had to follow them first, and I had to reach out to them. And so many people are afraid to reach out. They're afraid to make a connection with someone they don't know. And they're always limiting themselves to people that they know or people who know someone that they know. And the bottom line is you're limiting your money and you're limiting your opportunity to make money if you only look at the people in your connection group or in your your circle of influence. And I'm not saying don't start there, because it's great to start and to have a circle of influence, but you have to go beyond that circle of influence if you really want to tap into sponsorship and the world of sponsorship, because it's big business. There's going to be about 24 to 25 billion dollars spent in sponsorship in the USA this year. And so you have to make sure that you understand that getting some of that money from corporations or even local companies in your area is going to require you to not only tap into your circle of influence and your network, but outside of your circle of influence.
Exactly. And you have to be unafraid. You just got and go out there and, make some calls. Or before you make any cold calls, like Lori said, follow these people on social media, LinkedIn especially, because when you call them, you'll know something about them. You don't have to just cold call like an iCube. You can find out some things about the company, the people who are in the company, buy from people. They don't just buy from brand statements, from actual living, breathing people. So if you find all of them, find out about their habits, where they went to school, what you might have in common, you would be surprised at what you're going to find out. So Lori, tell us, what are some things that can be beneficial to people in getting sponsorships besides the money stuff? What else, what other kind of, goodies or benefits can we expect to get from sponsorships?
Well, one of the benefits that you have when you work with sponsors is that they give you credibility. And when you go to a new sponsor or a new business and say, hey, guess what? I'm partnered with Delta, or I'm partnered with Pepsi or Coca-Cola, or I'm partnered with SunTrust or Fifth Third or Wells Fargo. Any corporate sponsor who sponsors you, when you go into a new situation, you say, you know what, by the way, let me let you know that I'm also partnered with X, Y, and Z company. That instantly
Mm-hmm.
gives you credibility. And you can't buy credibility. You can't put a price
No.
tag on that. And so
Right.
that's something that is really important because it lets other people know, oh, you know what? Well, if it was good enough for this Fortune 500 company, then this, small business owner or this entrepreneur must be doing something right. She or he was able to get them to partner with them or sponsor them. So let me take a look at what they have to offer. And so that instant credibility for you is going to open up many doors. Okay. And another benefit that you get with corporate sponsors is that a lot of times depending upon what level of sponsorship they give you or what level of partnership you have with them, you may even end up getting press. And if you get press and media, again, as a small business owner, most of us can't afford an advertising campaign on any TV or radio station or even on Google for that matter for any length of time. And so if you end up getting press and media exposure because of your relationship with this sponsor, again, you can't buy that. You can't pay for that. That's priceless. And so that's something that once you have that exposure and once you have that connection, you always have an inroads. And even if you only have that sponsorship for 1 year, unless you do something really, really bad or really wrong, chances are you will get the opportunity to renew that sponsorship the next year if you have been fiscally responsible when you initially got it.
Yeah. That brings up a good point. What are corporate sponsors looking for in potential partnerships?
The main thing that they're looking for is brand equity. Okay. And corporate sponsors like it when they can have an experience with their target market and it is going to engage them with their target market and help them to establish some brand loyalty. And so when you think about your personal brand, your company brand, you have probably whatever industry you're in, whatever market you're in, you have competitors. You probably have thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of competitors.
Yeah.
But one thing for sure, those corporations also have competitors. And so they're always competing for market share. And when they are competing for market share, it's important to them to have stakeholders and partners and vendors and suppliers that help them gain market share. So when we think about what's going to help them gain market share, it's having those connections and partnerships with small business owners, their vendors, their suppliers, all of that will give them the brand equity and brand loyalty that they're looking for, because they don't need you necessarily to help them sell more of whatever it is that they're selling. They need you to help them get more loyal customers so that they get more market share in the marketplace.
I'm glad you said that. That's a great point because I attended an event with a friend of mine last year after your sponsor event. And this person was talking about, I have this event, it's really, really small. And I was like, you should get some sponsors for that. And she was like, oh, who would sponsor that? It's just a small gathering, less than 25 people. And I just really don't think it would be of interest. The very next session that she went into was Lucinda Cross. And Lucinda Cross, and it doesn't matter if it's you and somebody else, there's a sponsor that wants to sponsor your event, whatever the thing is that you're doing, because just they want to get brand loyalty, they want to get more people that know about them. So don't think that your event is just too small or nobody will pay attention, no sponsors will sponsor it. It's just not true. Sponsors are looking like you have competitors. You have competitors. So whatever edge that they can get into with what their beliefs are and what your beliefs are, they are right for you to approach them and see. Just like the first sponsor that I had with my podcast, she was actually an image consultant, and she wanted to people who were marketing their business. You want to look whatever your brand is. And now
Right.
another sponsor that I have now, they sell stuff. I mean, they teach people how to sell. So what goes better together than sales and marketing? So, I think the areas are just endless. But Lori, I want you to tell everyone about the event that you have coming last year. I won't be able to come. It won't actually be in town. Tell us about this. We can get some people in it so they can start making for themselves.
Right. So every year I host a conference, and it's called the Sponsorship Sales Secrets Live Conference. And so Sponsorship Sales Secrets Live is a great 2-day event where I teach sales mastery on day 1, and I teach sponsorship selling on day 2. And on day 2, I always have special guests, and these are corporate representatives and large to medium-sized business owners who have worked with corporations. And so I share all of the goods that you need to get you started and get you on your pathway to making more money with corporate sponsors. And it's going to be September 21st and 22nd in Atlanta. You can go to sponsorshipsalessecrets.com. Again, that's www.sponsorshipsalessecrets.com. You can go there and register. And I am so excited about this event. The main reason is because I get people just like you, Carol, who come and attend and give me testimonials saying, hey, this event really helped me. I was able to go out and get sponsors. And then some people in the room, after this event, I follow it up with a 90-day training, and it's called the Sponsorship Sales Secrets Training for Entrepreneurs. And I follow up this event with the training because I want to go deeper with you and actually show you more information and give you more training and tools and resources on how to do it and how I have done it successfully for over 25 years. Not just, as an entrepreneur, but also as a corporate executive, and calling on all of these Fortune 500 and Fortune 1000 companies it's not as hard as you may think. You can do it. You can get sponsors. So I would love to see anybody in this group there this weekend. Still some seats available. So you can use the code TE Nation, and that's short for my Facebook group, which is Trailblazer Entrepreneur Nation. You can go, because Carol, you're in that group as well. You can go and put that code in, TE Nation, and get 10% off of the registration fee. So it's sponsorshipsalessecrets.com. And I'm so excited. I look forward to seeing all of you there this weekend.
Awesome. I wish I could come. I've got a conflicting event, but I know it's going to be awesome and great because the things that you will learn at this event, no one else is really teaching you. And even the price is affordable. You get a lot of information. I made some great contacts and of the people now, and I really did learn a lot of secrets. And I mean, it's not that hard. It's not really that hard. Research, yes. You got to know your stuff, yes. But the hardest thing was to just reach out and ask. And I'm going to tell something on you, Lori. So I went to Lori. I was getting these messages, Lori, and I was like, Lori, I can't do this. Give me some help. And can you so and so on? And she said, Carol, what is wrong with you? You came to that thing. You learned everything. She's put this together over, 25 years. And she was like, all you got to do is just go do it, girl. Don't even talk to me till you. And then I got my next sponsor. So, hey, it works. And Lori makes sure that you do what you need to do, because sometimes you need that whip cracked up, and Lori does that
Yes,
in a
it's
kind
like,
and
go,
loving way.
go follow the system. Go do what I told you to do. And I promise you it will work.
It does. I mean, it really, really does. All you got to do. I mean, she lays it out: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's as simple as that. So everyone, go sign up. If you're in the group now, go to the sponsorsecret.com. Did I get that right? Put in the code 10
You're
Nation.
still freezing up a little bit on my end, but yes, it's sponsorshipsalessecrets.com. That's the website. And of course, my company website is qualitymediaconsultants.com with an S, and it's on the event page there as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lori, for tuning in. We've taken up some time today, but it's been great. It's been awesome. And this video, like I said, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, is going to be here. So tune in, but the event is not going to be here forever. It isn't. It's going to be this weekend, so you got to go sign up. Any last minute things you'd like to share with the audience, Lori?
Well, I can just share with you that sponsorship for me has been a game changer. It has made doing business easier. Every event that I do, I get sponsors for. I get in-kind sponsors and cash sponsors to keep me from having to come out of my own pocket. When I do projects and events for my for-profit business or my nonprofit business, I make sure I use other people's money to fund those things. And I want to help you to fund those things that you want to do in your business by using other people's money. So if you want to learn that, then I would love to see you this weekend. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm on Facebook at I am Lori Mans. You can follow me at Instagram and Twitter. I am Lori Mans. And hopefully I'll connect with all of you very soon. Take care.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of the day. See you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.